We should be live on Twitch. Somebody say something.
Matt, you have a air conditioner turned on? I can hear it in the background every time your audio gates. I thought you had a mic that got rid of background noise.
It's a fan. I'll go turn it off.
Well, is that going to make the difference? Can't tell. So you turn it off. Oh yeah, that was it. Can you hear the fan in my room?
No.
Because I got a fan pointed like right at me.
Yeah, I can't hear it at all.
Well, I'll be the judge of that when I check levels here. But I'm gonna turn on because Matt's might be hearing it different. Pause. Open volume mixer. Matt, hey TJ, can you talk on Discord? Because I got 2 Discords on my volume mixer.
Got 2 Discords on your volume mixer?
Yeah,
which one is me?
That's the one that's you. All right, I'm turning it down.
Okay.
All right, let me listen to Matt's stream. I can't hear you guys now, but I can hear the stream.
Okay.
All right, this is John talking at his normal volume, and then TJ, and then Matt if Matt's back.
Okay, this is TJ. I'm speaking at around the volume I'll be consistently talking. Matt, are you back at your microphone yet?
No. So I'm going to talk again.
How's everybody doing?
I'm going to turn myself up because I'm way quieter than TJ. And I'm also going to move the microphone. Man, I really wish that maybe this would be better. This would be better. I got to move it so it's pointed the right way, but
it sounds
all right. How's
worse.
that sound? Do I sound okay?
Woo. That sounds fine.
Well, that's because I'm there now. How does that sound?
It sounds great,
How's
at least to me, but
that's much better. All right, this is all right. I clipped a little bit there, so let me just turn it down a tiny bit. This is John talking at his microphone volume and location, and then TJ, and then Matt.
All right, this is my voice talking for balance, making sure we're good. Matt, can we hear you?
Hi, my name is Matt. I like to talk all the time. How do I sound?
Can you turn yourself down just a tiny bit?
I sure can. How about now? Is this better? Testing.
Yeah, that's better, I think. Let me listen to. This is John talking. And then Matt.
Hey, and now I'm Matt, and we're balanced, hopefully. My camera's not working. I don't know why.
I think so. Ha! I'm loud. I feel like my mic is. I wonder if it's Discord that's doing that gating.
It might be.
Because when I'm getting loud, it's getting yellow. It's getting yellow. Do you have me turned down a little bit, Matt? Possibly.
Maybe.
Discord,
your audio. Yeah. Are you messing with your audio? Because it keeps going out for me.
Nope.
It might just be on your end. I don't know what's going on.
All right, John's talking now. That Matt's turned him up.
And I'm talking too.
Hey! I'm loud. Ha! I'm loud. Okay, I think that's good. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I didn't hear it buzzing. Well, so I can see the focus rate deal going yellow sometimes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to.
Yeah, yellow's fine,
Because yeah, but I'm trying because. Oop! I just went red. I want to turn it down just a tiny bit more. Turn the gain like 1 scooch.
Approximately 1 scooch.
All right. Ha! That was that.
Hey Matt,
Ooh,
I don't
I'm
know if
probably
you
too
can
quiet.
do this in 2
All
minutes
right,
or
this
less.
is John talking, and then TJ, and then Matt.
Okay, this is TJ talking. Speaking like this. Matt, what about you?
What's up? I'm Matt.
Matt is infinitely louder than everyone else, or at least when you said "What's up," and then it got quieter. So I don't know if you're moving around.
Yeah, you
I
should
just
just be...
last couple episodes I edited, Matt's been about 20% higher than everybody else in volume.
Okay.
So just what you're pushing to OBS.
So I'm trying to make sure you're
You
not.
shouldn't have to fiddle with your regular settings.
Well, I think what
Yeah.
happens with Matt,
Just your microphone input. Yeah.
I think that also you talk
Discord
pretty quiet
level
when we're
sounds
doing this
good
intro
though.
thing, and you get a little bit louder.
Yeah, Discord sounds fine, and we can always adjust it on
Okay.
our ends if it
I can't hear
isn't.
Discord.
Well,
Wait.
I lowered
All right, let's
my
do levels
OBS
one more
volume.
time.
Okay.
All right, this is John talking at his volume, and then TJ, and then Matt.
This
This
is
is
TJ
Matt.
talking.
Oh,
I've got... Yeah, he said
Sorry.
me next. That's
yeah,
fine.
I got confused.
Okay, but I think he's getting most of this. He'll figure it out.
Okay, I think it sounds good. All right, I'm gonna switch back over to Discord.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna grab my phone charger real quick
Okay, I'm back.
because I think that's gonna be where I look at Discord
Hey, John, welcome back.
or whatever.
Hi everyone. That took a while,
Um,
but
John, do you happen to have a really crappy image of Matt that we could send to him through Discord? You could just put it as a picture as OBS to replace his not camera. Or I could just find something, figure it out.
I'm just gonna go on Facebook and find the worst picture of Matt.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll go to the Bite Industries
It'll be
YouTube
pretty
channel.
difficult though, because they're all bangers. Matt Hogg. Photos of Matt. Well, I got photos of Matt at my wedding. This is a good one. I like this picture of Matt.
Welcome to Born in the '80s. I'm John Rowe.
Actually, there's two ways we could do this.
I got a
You
picture
said-
of Matt.
Matt, could you take that picture, save it on your computer, and then add a image source in OBS
Look at
and
this
just
guy.
put it over your
What a
thing?
what a pro.
Wait, what's happening?
Don't.
All right. John just put a picture up in the podcast planning. Can you save that to your desktop, and then just in OBS add source image and
I'm
pull
gonna be
that
right
picture?
back. I need to get a drink.
Oh, I can walk you through this
Why do I have to do this right now?
because A, we got nothing else to do, and B, this will replace your camera that you can't pull.
Let's just do a podcast. Okay.
Fine, I got this. I'll do this in a different way.
I don't want to deal with that right now.
Open original. Then I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to hit share your screen. Unknown nut ping. Go live. That's not... Is that doing it? Nope, it's not. Never mind. Didn't work. You don't have to worry about your webcam. I don't care. I was just trying to throw a picture up for no reason.
Maybe if I turn it off and on again, it'll work.
Maybe.
There it is. The old plug unplug.
There we go.
My framing's all fucked. I'm just kind of lounging because there's nowhere to put my legs.
I get that. I have a I have a bar stool in front of me that this laptop is on, and I'm never comfortable here. Not at all, especially not in this kind of rocking chair.
Yeah. Well, I got to get my actual computer desk here soon, and then I will be able to actually have room for myself. I'm just glad I have this chair because I tried to use my just normal office chair for about a night, and it made my ass break.
Yep. I should have made myself an Amaro
Well, Matt got
sour.
his camera to work.
He did. He unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, Matt unplugged it and plugged it back in. So,
That's how things work.
of course.
Did you try turning it on and off again?
I've never seen the IT crowd.
I've never seen television.
I don't watch the IT crowd because of Graham Linehan.
Fair.
Is that the showrunner or
Yeah,
somebody
he's the
on
creator.
that?
He's the creator.
Just a real shithead.
He's a turf. Big time turf. Super turf. Actually, so turfy that his wife divorced him, and then he got caught pretending to be a woman in online women's forum. He's really got it out against transgender people.
Maybe
Can
he should get a different hobby.
Is the term transvestite bad?
It's inaccurate because it's just about dressing, and I think in general it's just it's bad by default because people use it for the wrong
I didn't
stuff
even
so
know,
many times.
honestly, because they both start with trans. So
it's just easier to just say trans and be done.
Yeah,
transvestite is
also
just the clothing. Apparently, I guess it's just cross dressing.
That's where vestigial.
I didn't even know. You learn something every day.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lemon drop.
Yeah, how's it going? How's that lemon drop going?
I'm gonna crunch it before we start.
Nice.
It'll be loud.
Oh,
nice.
it's ASMR and a mukbang at the same time.
My muck.
ASMR mukbang. Got it.
Anyway.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Here's the edit point.
This is the edit point.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 437. I'm your host, John _Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt _ John _ Danger Hag.
Wow.
Yep, it's a complicated name.
And TJ. I'm here too.
I have to use a pseudonym.
TJ's got to catch them all. And by M, he means criminals.
Yeah. He's a cop
TJ the bounty hunter.
Where's the all? There's the all.
Oh, you were referencing his shirt. I was like, I know TJ likes Pokemon, but I didn't even realize he had a shirt.
Yeah.
Is that so? Gotta catch them all. The Venn diagram of Pokemon lovers and cops.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all is like
it's like Dog the Bounty Hunter
meme thing where they're like, yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, where they're doing the thing. So a lot of things have happened in the last few weeks.
Name one thing. One thing that's happened.
We're in a new mask mandate.
Oh.
Remember when we had that?
Name
last
one
year?
other thing that happened.
We're finally pulling out of Afghanistan because we went in there for 20 years without a condom.
Okay, so there has been some things happening.
Biden lost the war in Afghanistan. That's how it works. Is whoever was the last person to touch it is the one that is it.
And not even the person who initiated this. What was it? 15 months ago.
That's also true. I actually think it's really interesting to point out because a lot of like fucking punditry, man. They're just like going like, "Oh, Biden surrender," and it's like, okay, well, first off, Trump signed the original peace treaty with the Taliban.
Yep.
And then they negotiated the exit of, I think it was May this year, but then Biden had
worked
with them to agree with the August 31st as the date for America to leave Afghanistan. It's kind of like pulling off a Band-Aid. It's like really sucks, but you have to do it. And that's kind of what's happening.
But this is the cycle for like the past 40, 50 years, right?
Yeah,
like you go somewhere, fuck shit up, leave a power vacuum, and create your next enemy.
40 to 50 years? Closer to 80. Maybe even longer.
John Oliver had his episode on Sunday was about, had a large segment about Afghanistan. And I think I really liked the point where they had some pundits that were on there talking about how America keeps going in and, messing up countries, and then we're left here. And it's like, maybe we shouldn't do that. It should be the lesson. And the lesson shouldn't be that Biden screwed this up. It should be that every president since JFK has been party to, except for I guess Reagan and Bush Jr. or Bush Sr. They weren't part of any long-term occupancy in other countries.
Long-term, correct? Yeah.
So, but it's like every president basically has been a party to that. I guess was it Ford and Carter? I think that was fully after Vietnam. Anyway, it's been most of the presidents and almost everyone who's alive's lifetime have involved fighting over in foreign countries for extended periods of time. So
mostly to satiate U.S. interests.
Yes.
The South Park people made a whole documentary about it with those puppets.
It's true.
That's not too far off.
World police. That's what America has sold itself as. I just think it's just amazing. Just the fucking punditry and the, oh my God, it just, just really is just so bad. It's like, it's like Benghazi. Remember that?
I'm not familiar with him.
I saw somebody posted a picture of a pundit referencing Benghazi again, and someone a picture of someone lighting the torches of Gondor because it begins again.
Nice.
Let's activate everyone that it's the new left scandal. Benghazi, Hillary Benghazi Clinton's actually what her name should be. So just so everyone knows. Anyway, so that sucks. I think the biggest takeaway though from the John Oliver deal was just like, right now, this was always going to suck, but we just need to support the refugees that will be trying to leave the country because they are possibly going to be tortured or killed by the Taliban. So we need to accept them. And of course, the GOP has already swiftly, Tucker Carlson has already said his piece about how these refugees could be living next to you in a year. So watch out, because brown people might move into your town.
Oh, yeah, he used the term invade. Like a scary thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, I thought he just meant like some real good restaurants are going to open up and stuff.
I mean, hell yeah, dude. Actually, I don't even know what is Afghanistan cuisine. Is it good? I don't think I like a lot of Middle Eastern food. So
I wish I did.
You know, I don't know. I thought I did, but no, those are just all different countries I'm thinking of.
Because I've had a lot of Indian food and a lot of Mediterranean, and it's between those two. So it's probably similar to the both of those. Oh, Kabul restaurant in town. Forgot about that. It's permanently closed. Okay, well, I guess I can't go there.
Maybe that'll open back up. Can we get somebody over here? Yeah, are they doing like interviews?
Okay, I just Googled this and it says top 8 Afghan foods that will keep you smell your fingers. What?
Because it's so good. It smells your fingers.
I like
and
to
then
keep
you finger
smell
bang
your
somebody.
fingers.
This is uff in the cold food, uff out hot eat the food all over again.
I don't know what that is.
The meme is, why do they call it an oven when you uff in the cold food and uff out hot eat the food? Yes,
I mean,
it does not make sense.
I'm seeing lots of types of kebabs.
I feel like my brain is bleeding.
There's some kebabs.
Here, I'll put it in chat.
Lots of like lamb and goat, maybe.
Yeah, flatbread.
That's like lamb and goat terrain.
Yeah, lamb kebabs, pretty popular. Well, I'm sure it's really good, and hopefully we get to enjoy some of the many amazing Afghani people that are now having to flee.
Yeah. Also, like, I hope they can have safe places to live and like be. It's not entirely about me.
I hope that they'll be, but they won't. Yeah. Anyway, so that's happening.
Yep.
In the world today, just to date this episode.
And our commentary, is way above our wheelhouse, but we defer to experts at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Alex Jones. I don't know. Is he even still a person?
Yeah. Did he die yet?
I have no idea. TJ, you writing that out made it more confusing.
Well, I just reread it again today.
It's kind of interesting though to like think about the like Afghanistan as a country though, because it has been basically colonized for most of the last 100 years by somebody. So like it was either Russia or us or Britain or many other countries have just been trying to take it over, and it just doesn't work.
And as John Oliver said, it was a huge plot point in the movie Rambo 3.
Yeah, about how the Afghanistan people are always kicking everybody out. I mean, they talk about it in Lawrence of Arabia, and kicking out the Ottomans that are trying to invade.
Damn sofa stools.
It's been going on for over 100 years, man. Anyway, yeah, there's... Oh, wait, you know what I love about Afghans? The hounds.
Oh, they're warm.
No, the Afghan Hound. You know what I'm talking about? The dog breed that's got all the... It's like, it looks like...
Not like from the Afghan version of Game of Thrones.
What?
The Afghan Hound.
I'm just talking about... Oh, no.
Hangs out with the Afghan Arya Stark, I guess.
No,
I think.
Look up,
I don't remember.
Look up the Afghan Hound because they're adorable, because they basically look like a greyhound with with long hair. And like they typically have like feathered lady 70s hair. People do the hair like that.
Oh, yeah.
Very adorable.
Yeah.
They would be held
very silky.
Every time I ever see a dog with long hair like that, I just cannot imagine how much work you put into that.
What was it bred for? Like,
probably to look good.
Bred for its unique features in the cold mountains.
Maybe not originally, but the AKC has turned it into. Weird. Saluki. Let's see here. The Afghan Hound. Why was it bred? It's called the Afghan Hound because it's a breed that was started in Afghanistan. I'm assuming it was a sheepdog.
Yeah.
Hound dog. Because they do a lot of shepherding out there. A lot of farming. I don't know. Anyway, they're adorable.
It was bred for its wool.
Do you imagine like a dog?
A nice dog wool.
That's literally
just
exactly
don't
the
get
plot
away.
Of 101 Dalmatians.
Look, she had a point, and those dogs killed her mom.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They did kill her mom for some reason. That's why they have the long fur, because they were in the cold mountainous regions of Afghanistan. So that was meant to keep them warm up in the mountains. So anyway, Persian Greyhound, another name originally. They called it the Afghan Hound. So neato. They're very adorable, and I love dogs, and I love all dogs.
And they're delicious.
But man, I tell you one thing. I'm gonna just let that slide. Is that like getting a dog with long hair? I cannot imagine, because our neighbor's Judy's boyfriend, Banjo, doesn't even have that long of hair. He's like got like longer hair. That Judy has like the super short hair. Like she's just like whatever you'd call it, like your typical like what was it American Staffordshire Terrier, just like short to the skin. Like Banjo's got a little bit fluffier fur. Man, that dog gets so dirty though. Like he runs around in the mud and it is just like dripping mud everywhere. Whereas Judy will like get a little bit of mud on herself and then you just can wipe it off with these we got these grooming wipes that are just like wet wipes for dogs, and you're like, oh, she's good. And then she needs a bath every once in a while. That guy needs a bath like every 3 days because he's a dirty boy. He's a rowdy, dirty boy. So he likes to get in the mud. Earlier today, we were outside in the yard with Judy and Banjo, and he was like literally in their yard sitting in a puddle of mud. I was like, well, the one spot in the yard that had mud because it rained earlier today, and he had found it, and he was laying in it. And Judy doesn't like to get dirty. She's very fastidious. No. She doesn't even like to go out in the rain, which is hilarious because she turns into a baby. But she loves the snow. Can't get enough of the snow, but the rain is no good.
The cold, solid rain is okay.
Yes, cold, solid rain. Okay.
The wet rain, bad.
Yeah, she's stupid, but I love her because she's dumb. And she needs the stupid babies need the most attention.
Yeah.
The Simpsons would say. Matt, can we talk about that Simpsons thing that you shared on our Discord, which is discord.bornintheeighties.net or whatever is how you get to it?
I'm guessing it's in nothing but memes.
No, it's in TV.
No, it's in TV.
Oh, TV.
So can you explain that a little bit, because it's fucking awesome.
Okay, so it's I have to look at the thread to see like what the tech is, but it's a 3D printed version of the Simpsons TV.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And they have inside it, they've got some kind of pie. I don't know which one.
Raspberry Pi,
but
one of them.
One of the tinier ones, I assume, because it looks pretty small. And they have a specially compressed video files of all the first 11 seasons of The Simpsons. And I guess there's kind of like a roulette kind of random button you can hit. And it's awesome.
Yeah, they said they programmed a Python script that it just, when an episode ends, it randomly selects another episode out of the season 1 through 11 episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
And plays. And
yeah, the
volume knob apparently works. You turn it and there's a little speaker underneath. It just looks so cool. Like, it's just like, man.
And it's like you just have a little 12-volt plug in the wall, and you just have this running 24 hours a day. It's little tiny Simpsons.
Yep. And I think it even shows them turning it on and off, and the episode just resumes where it was like last at, I guess, when you turn it on and off. So it's, I don't know, man, that's so cool.
Just these like little, I don't know, single purpose things that no one would ever think of before.
Cool. There's this article on Gizmodo has actually, there's a thing called Basic Fun ! Tiny TV Classics, and I guess they are little miniature TVs in like different styles. So there's like a 80 or 90s TV that's like a big CRT. There's a early 2000s like Sony Vega like flat screen CRT. There's like a 70s and a 60s model, and I guess they have little remotes that play clips of TV shows. There's a South Park one, a Friends one, a Back to the Future one, and a Batman one. And they look pretty cool. And this is kind of like, someone's like, this is like basically the same thing, but for Simpsons and better, because it plays full episodes, where this just plays clips of TV shows. But I like the little model, like the idea of a little tiny TV. I wonder if you could probably get one of these and mod it with a Pi to
I mean, I can print you Simpsons TV if you want.
What's the point of this? Is the thought?
Like, fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm never going to watch The Simpsons on that, but
no.
I love the idea that exists, and I think that is a very cool thing. And man,
it's just 3D... it's the kind of cool shit that happens when you like democratize access to manufacturing, which is what 3D printing does.
Definitely.
And what's really cool about 3D printing became started mainstream, I think around 2010ish, maybe a little bit earlier. And since that, you have all this cool people building businesses, people making all kinds of cool stuff. The reason that it got popular and all of this shit exploded around that time was because the patent expired. We could have been doing this shit in 1982 or like, just like to think of how much cool shit was lost out on because this dumb this process was owned by somebody.
Yeah, and it's so stupid too because like the whole point of like the patent system is meant to protect creators, financial gain from something. It was not intended for someone to sit not making anything and stopping everyone else from being able to do something. And so it's something that is always constantly fought at the patent office is
patent troll.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's such a big thing nowadays because you'll have people and especially is a really bad thing with software industry. I know because people talk about how there was just early on people just trying to get all sorts of random, really super general shit patented, and the U.S. Patent Office wasn't. They were old people. They were like, yeah, okay, that sounds like something you could patent, and it's like that is like basic shit that you cannot patent. And it's kind of
I'm gonna patent the keyboard.
Yeah, the keys. I'm gonna patent the QWERTY key layout setup. If you make a keyboard that's set up like QWERTY, you're infringing on my copyright. Anyway, patent's stupid. Patent's stupid.
Yeah.
So, it's not.
That's
stupid?
The worst general ever. What's not stupid?
Me taking a swig of Gatorade, but
the
Suicide
Swaggerade
Squad movie. Did you see that?
Yeah, Will Smith was in it, and there was this Harley Quinn lady, and the Joker was in it, and he was really scary.
He had face tattoos.
Yeah, so he was like a gangster. No,
so,
I also saw that one a few weeks ago.
So the new Suicide Squad is it just called Suicide Squad?
The new one is
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
And the previous one was Suicide Squad.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the Suicide Squad versus Suicide Squad. Got it.
And I assume the next one is going to be called The Suicide Squad. Or in German, Die Suicide Squad.
Die Suicide Squad. That would be actually pretty awesome. Anyway, it was really good. I thought it was really fun. It was. I went to a theater. I saw it in a theater.
Weird.
I risked getting the Delta variant to see it.
Was that like?
Blame Lauren.
Was it better, or was it like, oh man, I remember why I hate these people that sit next to me in the theater?
It wasn't that full. We had plenty of space around us. They have removed any seating limitations that they had before, though. Like I think they.
Oh really?
Like every other
just in time for the new mask mandates.
Yep. Yeah, they were real optimistic. I think a couple of things that bother me about my Marcus movie theaters experience. So they last year, back when the pandemic first hit, they were like, support movie theaters, buy this movie theater at home fun pack, and it'll come with some incentives for when we can get back in the movie theaters, and so it came with the 2020 popcorn refill bucket. So they have like a thing where you could come in and for $4.50 they refill your bucket with popcorn. But it's for 2020, so that's good. Which is funny, very optimistic of them to give you in that pack a 2020 bucket, but I guess maybe we were all optimistic in March of 2020. But So that was fun. Man, just I'm having like fond reminiscences of early pandemic, of driving
back in the day.
No, but like driving to the fucking movie theater to get like a $10 giant bag of movie theater popcorn, just
standing on your roof and clapping at 8:00 at night.
just because I mean that was like the thing. It was like, well, I don't want the movie theaters to close because I like movies. I've always been into movies and movie theaters. So like I can support them by driving out and buying like a $10 or $15 bag of popcorn that probably costs them $1 to make, And then we have fun movie popcorn at home, and it's not that big of a deal. But like I remember like driving out there, and then like the people with masks and us wearing masks, and me popping the trunk and them putting in the trunk with like no interaction. It's like, oh, this is so weird, like what we were doing. But and so I went in there. So big plus, got to give Marcus credit. They said the 2020 buckets work for all of 2021. So that's very good, even though we're almost all the way through 2021. And the majority of 2021, I wouldn't have gone into a movie theater anyway. But so I guess if I go again, I can get a $4.50 bucket. But it came with a voucher for a free popcorn fill with the bucket. But it says expired 2020. And so I took that up and gave it to the person who was doing the thing, because I figured the buckets for 2020, whatever that. And the person said, "Oh, it was a high schooler that was working there," and they're like, "Oh, this says expired in 2020." And I was like, I am not going to be the guy that's going to argue with this teenager over this ticket. If it was like a manager type person, I would have said, "Well, you guys weren't open for the majority of when this coupon was available for me to use." So I feel like I probably should be.
If Mr. Marcus and his father were there,
well, what I should
do, they're in all of the like pre-movie things.
I just can't believe the Marcus executives were like, or not the executive, whoever came up with this promotion, were like, well, we'll give them a voucher, but put a less than 1 year expiration date on the coupon. Like, why? Why put any expiration date on the coupon? I went out of my way.
Expiration date.
I went out of my way to spend like $30 fucking on this movie fun pack that came with a bag of like basically stale popcorn because it had to be shipped, and like 3 super expensive things of candy. It came with a movie still, like a piece of film reel, which I think I actually got a clip from the movie Hot Rod, which is awesome because I like that movie. Which is kind of fun. But then it came with the popcorn bucket that you could use for refills and the voucher. And it came with popcorn seasoning, like shaker thing. Yeah, guess what flavor I got?
Cheddar?
Cotton fucking candy. What the fuck? They were just giving out the ones that nobody wanted. Like, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They gave me the worst one. I'm like, I threw it in the trash. I'm like, I don't want fucking cotton candy flavored popcorn. Am I a fucking criminal? I think that's like, they should make that a test. Like, if you go up and buy the cotton candy flavored popcorn shaker, you just get taken to jail because you're gonna do something.
I'm sorry, you're a murderer. No, I'm not.
Not yet.
I mean, you will be.
You will be. Exactly. Oh my god, it's like the precogs. But anyway, so went there, didn't hassle the teen for my popcorn, whatever. You get the bucket. I was worried about the sanitation of the bucket because it's just like a plastic, like those pails that you would get at McDonald's when you were a kid.
Yeah.
The Halloween pail. They're just like a plastic pail. And I'm like, well, so they have liners that they put in the pail, like a plastic liner, and then they put the popcorn in. So it was actually pretty neat because then I just pulled out the crumbs, threw it in the trash, and I have the bucket ready for the next time we go, maybe. It sounds like we're going to be pretty much in lockdown the rest of the year. So
well, at least this year. I mean, there's already Epsilon and Lambda variants, right? So they just
multiple other variants. They're just not either as infectious or as deadly.
I prefer the
any of them can
variant.
Remutate again, become the Mu variant.
Yeah, I just gotta. We just gotta keep doing this so I can learn the whole Greek alphabet.
Hell yeah, man!
Keep on doing you, Florida.
So anyway, Went to the movie theater. Experience was all right. I don't want to give them too much crap because obviously it's been a real shitty year to be a Marcus theaters located. So I guess they've been having trouble, but I feel like I went out of my way to support them, and they didn't really meet me halfway. But whatever. I'm there. I saw it. It was really good. It was fun. I like it. It was like, hey, this is what a Suicide Squad movie should be. Like lots of gore, explosions,
like a ridiculous amount of gore.
There was a lot.
Like I went into it knowing it was a ridiculous amount of gore, and it still did not prepare me for the gore.
Like people being ripped in half. And
like most of the bad guys are just kind of made of jello. They just kind of stuff rips through them.
Yeah. But it did have a lot of fun. I mean, I feel like maybe my expectations were too high for it because I ended up just thinking it was all right. Like it was fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't love it as much as the Guardians of the Galaxy movies that he did. I feel like it just didn't maybe have as cohesive of a overall plot. I think it might just be because it focused on a lot of different characters instead of just one. Whereas both the Guardians movies really focused a lot on Peter Quill's character. But it was great. Like, man, seeing it in theater was awesome. Like, it was just a great experience on the super screen. They're like big, large screen, and tickets are expensive though. Movie tickets they're $15.95 a piece.
Ooh,
I don't remember them being that expensive.
That's like $7.50 an hour. If you're going to a 2-hour movie, that's too
true.
much.
Well, that's more than federal minimum wage.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I would recommend it. I don't know what else I could spoil about it other than the fact that it is gory. It is fun. I feel like that the main
Doctor Who is in it.
Peter
Capaldi.
So all the Doctor Who's just play villains, I guess, is the thing.
That's the whole thing with British actors.
They only ever play villains. Although
wait, are you considered British if you're... Oh, man. I'm getting over my head now. If you're Scottish, you're from the United Kingdom. Does that make you British?
Yes, because Britain is the island of Britain, which includes Wales, England, and Scotland.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I just don't want to piss off the Scots by calling Capaldi
Oh, you still
British.
will. You still will.
Matt, we're gonna have to go through the seminar.
Those they're gonna throw leprechauns at me.
Oh no! Now you've really fucked up. They're gonna throw copious amounts of fried food at you.
Oh no, not
because that's like a
Guinness.
Scottish thing.
You Scottish people.
Oh my god! Have you looked at like a Scottish fry up? Oh no, that's just the breakfast. That's just a breakfast. That's what they call breakfast. Scottish fried food. No, because like if you go like Scotland,
I know that they like are all about fried food there.
They like deep fry everything, and like
they're like the Midwest of Europe.
Yeah, like they have like deep fried cheeseburgers, deep fried pizza. It's just like heaven to me. I'm looking at this deep fried pickles.
If I'm ever terminal, I'm gonna go there as a like euthanasia trip. Just eat until I fucking die.
That sounds like a good plan. 5,000 calorie box of fried food. Fuck yeah, dude. Anyway, so that's like a thing. Like we have cheese, they have fried food.
We have fried food too.
What does Illinois
I've been to
have?
the state fair.
Nothing.
Illinois.
Sausage.
What is Illinois state? Yeah.
Yeah, sausage.
Sausage. Meat packing. Yeah.
Racist.
Guys that talk like this.
Bears.
Oh man. Da Bears.
All Bears.
Oh man, football's about to start up. Looking forward to that. Matt, you looking forward to football? Your favorite sport?
Yeah. I love
ball?
My favorite part about football is how they don't use their feet.
It's true. Only one guy uses his feet.
Two guys if they're lucky.
That's true. 2 guys. There's the kicker and the punter, and their positions are named after the action of kicking that they do.
I find it very wasteful that those are 2 different jobs.
Yeah, well, it's a different kind of kicking.
Yeah.
2 very
I guess you keeping people
skills.
employed too.
That's right. Somebody's got you got all these punters out in the unemployment line.
Yeah. Well, everyone's always talking about the death of expertise. Like, maybe it's good to let people specialize.
Well, nobody wants to work anymore, man.
I mean, speaking of kicker, I guess technically it was the supporting actor, but there was a movie about a kicker who recently got traded to the Green Bay Packers. But that was the supporting character. The main character was the dog. It was Bingo.
What?
It was a 90s movie called Bingo.
Fucking talking about?
There's a 90s movie called Bingo, about a family who moved to Green Bay because their dad, an NFL kicker, just got traded to the Green Bay Packers. The kids find a stray dog that they name Bingo. Something. Kid gets kidnapped. I remember some showdown in like a warehouse near the end.
Oh my god! I found it. Bingo, 1991. TriStar Pictures. The dog is wearing sunglasses.
Frisbee whip. The only thing that dog's gonna catch is a bullet.
His name's Chucky. He needs a dog. And from the moment Bingo landed in Chucky's life...
All right. Bingo.
There's a bear now.
Things started looking up.
The dog can jump. It's a jump. The dog's playing Sims.
What are you guys saying? That I'm hiding a dog or something?
Bingo. Chucky's family.
All right, I'm not gonna do the whole trailer.
You were wrong, TJ. Place kicker for the Denver Broncos.
But he got traded to the Packers.
He did, yes. The Denver Broncos traded to the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, the whole point is to get traded to the Packers. Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks. You go from living in Denver to living in Green Bay.
Hey, Denver sucks too.
I guess. I don't know.
It's like all strip malls and Karens.
They just got lots of good like downtown Denver is cool.
I like that. I read the defector.com why your team sucks columns every year where he just rips apart every team. And he said Denver used to be that cool place where weed was legal, but now weed's legal in like half the country. And now Denver is just a place where weed is legal and there's like a million strip malls and Chipotles. So It's not that cool anymore. It used to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They got Casa Bonita.
They do. I love that the South Park guys bought Casa Bonita.
Yeah.
I bought the chain because I watched it.
I love that they're like
thing on Casa Bonita.
They're like, no, we're not gonna make it. We're just gonna fix it up and run it the way it's run. We're not gonna like make it a joke and stuff.
No, yeah, they're just like they wanted. I think maybe they were having trouble with finances, probably because of the pandemic or whatever.
Yeah. Also, like, just from what I've heard about that place, they were not like they like to burn money fast, so they probably didn't have a lot saved up.
Yeah, April 6th, 2021, Casa Bonita filed for Chapter 11. And in August 2021, Trey Parker and Matt Stone announced that they struck a deal to buy the restaurant. I love it. Because they're like, they probably... I love when you see shit like this that happens with like people that get famous and like are not like... They're cool, you know? Like, they're like,
yeah.
What I'm going to spend with my being rich person money is... My beloved childhood restaurant is having financial problems. Let's just buy it. We can spend a little money to keep them running. Which is fun. Like,
and if
awesome.
And the good thing about it is, if it still isn't profitable, that will lower your taxable income.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's one thing.
You can use it to launder money.
Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of incredible about one really shitty thing about like the pandemic is like places like Casa Bonita. I'm assuming Rainforest Cafe had similar problems, but like any restaurant, like Chuck E. Cheese had this problem. I'm assuming too. Any restaurant where you have to be there, you know, because like I think restaurants are like, you know what, we can do takeout now, and a lot of places did okay. You know, they had trouble probably keeping staff on because they didn't need as many people and were making less money, but they survived. But a place like Casa Bonita where the entire point is going there and eating at a table while fucking people are shooting flames and doing cliff diving in the background. Like, that's kind of the whole point. So yeah, I like it.
Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, I also watched another movie recently, Willie's Wonderland on Amazon Prime. It's basically a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff starring Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah.
I don't think speaks a single line throughout the whole movie. It's very video gamey. It's just like every time he clocks in, he gets attacked. He's got to kill one of the things, and then clocks out, has a beer until his next shift. That's all I really have to say about it. There was, surprisingly not much depth to it, but it was a good time.
Would you call it a geezer teaser?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. I'm going to share this article on the Discord, so maybe you can read it later. But it's a Vulture.com article. Oh, Vulture.com, New York Times. They buy this. I'm approaching my article limit. Oh, that's lame. Well, anyway, if you can read this, feel free. Otherwise, find a way to pirate this news article, because now news articles are all behind paywalls. But I guess there's this company that's called, what's the film company?
Like
Emmett,
the ones where Grandma's gonna accidentally buy this one, like Transmorphers.
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's similar in that, but it's different. So they call it a geezer teaser because they get like a really famous person, like movie actor from back in the day. So like a Bruce Willis or a Stallone or maybe a Nick Cage or a De Niro or someone who's like just trying to get some extra cash to get their kids and the grandkids like college money or something, basically. And they'll like hire like Bruce Willis and then put him on the cover, and he's got like 4 lines in the movie. He shoots for one day.
No, it's not that. Nicolas Cage is in the entire.
He's in the whole
What
thing.
It felt like to me was somebody got in touch with him, and he was like, "Hey, can you be in our movie?" And his people were like, "Okay, here's his price per word," and they were like, "Okay, we got some ideas. All right, cool." And then somebody approached him with this script, and it was just so bonkers, and he was clearly having fun doing it, that he was like, all right, you get this one.
I love that.
I'll work for scale or whatever on this crazy fucking movie.
So I really like, so this also brought me up because I went down like a whole rabbit hole reading about this, like the geezer teaser, which is like a whole thing where you just get this like popular 80s action star to be on the cover, and then there are like 5 minutes of the movie, and the rest of it's all like B movie actors and like just terrible B movie shit. And so like it's for the person who's just like, oh, I remember Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let's buy this DVD for $5 at a truck stop, and then he's in it for 2 minutes. And anyway, so they brought this up, and someone was talking about how Bruce Willis is suffering from dementia, and like he needs someone to help him walk around and stuff now. And
Wait,
it's like
what?
kind of like a thing that they're like trying to keep secret from the public. That like when he does movies now, he has to have an earpiece to have all of his lines fed to him because he can't memorize anything. Onset memory loss for at least the past 2 years. OK Magazine exclusively revealed a source divulged that he is having very difficult times acting now because of his issues. He's not formally
sounds terrible.
He's been waging a personal war for many years, says a close family friend. I guess he wore a mask. He didn't wear a mask when he went into a pharmacy in January, and they said, he's very forgetful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's having a very difficult time now, and he's just, I guess it sounds like he's, let's see here. While filming Glass in 2019, staffers worked around him by cutting and editing him and having him overdub lines because he struggled to remember them and or deliver them. In most of the scenes on Glass, he's wearing a hood, so they could use a stand-in and body doubles to replace him in many shots. On set, he wouldn't smile and was always chaperoned by an assistant to help him walk to and from the set. Like, this guy, it's just amazing to think that, like, they're just like, he's having trouble. And you wouldn't know it because, like, the whole Hollywood machine is like trying to make him this action star. I mean, there'll be another Die Hard movie with him in it, and you won't know that it was probably hell for the producers and directors to get a performance out of him.
Or they'll just deep fake him. That's where it's going next.
There's the real next step. You know what I mean? Like, and then, but like, if you remember, I don't know if you remember Kevin Smith talking about him working with Bruce Willis on Cop Out, I think was the movie with him and that he directed with what's his name, the SNL actor. I can think of his character Brian Fellows. Why can't Tracy Morgan?
Tracy.
My God.
I always forget if his real name is Tracy Morgan or Tracy Jordan.
Tracy Jordan. Yeah, I know. They did that pretty well. But no, Tracy Morgan. And he said Bruce Willis was absolute hell to work with. And I wonder if this was just him having a real difficult time and just kind of being a jerk about all of it,
Yeah.
So
could have been
that
like
sucks.
Early stages trying to hide it with jerkiness.
Well, yeah, and just being like mad about everything on set and being angry because he's just kind of mad probably with himself as well. That sucks because, he's one of those actors from my childhood. I remember being in tons of shit. So,
like Moonlighting. John was a big Moonlighting fan when he was a kid.
I was a huge Moonlighting fan. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, trying to look at some of these movies. Ooh, Gina Carano's in this one. Bruce Willis, Gina Carano, Extraction. And like
these
people
are
that watch
geezer teasers again.
Yeah,
I want to
talk about. Go ahead.
Can you post some of like? Are you seeing the cover?
Yeah.
Can you post some of them on the Discord because I want to see what these awesome Photoshop jobs look like.
Some of them are much worse than others. Here, I'm just zooming my screen here so I can use my snipping tool to screenshot these. Ooh, there's Matt. I snipped a picture of you.
That's me.
I thought you were unable to get your mic to work.
Webcam.
These in movies, because I think that's where I posted the geezer.
What is a camera if not a microphone for light?
Here we go.
True.
I'm gonna post this geezer teaser article as well. There's a couple there in the movies section. Ooh, this one's pretty good. There's a bunch of Steven Seagal ones where they talk about how he just stands in one spot. You gotta film around him.
Wow, what happened to Val Kilmer's face?
Look, man, age makes fools of us all.
Mercenary for justice.
Well, isn't there like a Val Kilmer documentary that came out? I think it's on a Prime Video. Yeah, it's called Val. 2021 film. I think it just came out. Val Kilmer documentary, Val Goes Too Easy on Him, says IndieWire. Oh, okay. We'll get Oscar support. You're saying it's like Amy, the documentary about Amy Winehouse. I don't know what happened with Kilmer, huh? Do you have problems?
Yeah, I think he had a health problem. I don't know if he had cancer at one point or something.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, he was a terrible person to work with. I know. Director of the Batman Forever film, Joel Schumacher, called him psychotic and said he would never work with him again. Reports while filming The Island of Dr. Moreau, Val Kilmer smashed a burning cigarette into a crew member's face. So yeah, it sounds like he was a bit of a loose cannon in his younger days. Oops, I hit my mic. I don't know though. I'd like to, I guess, see this documentary because throat cancer. There you go. Trouble speaking. He had a tracheostomy. So his son Jack is narrating. Oh, he can't even talk anymore?
It might just be that his voice is like super raspy or something.
Yeah, either that or if he just recently had the tracheostomy too, he might still be going through like voice therapy and stuff to get back. It just may not be good. Oh, that sucks. Oh, he married that lady from Willow, Joanne Wally. Huh. Didn't work out. Anyway, let's move on. Let's stop talking about sad movie people and throat cancer. And you brought us here. Keys or teasers?
Yeah.
I'm closing all of my tabs. Casa Bonita. We got there from Casa Bonita somehow. But let's talk about the real big thing that's been going on. Matt, you got a new background in your video.
I don't understand what it is.
It's a green screen. It's a picture on a green screen. This is all fake. Nice. No, I moved. That's why we did like fake episodes for 2 weeks, and now my picture looks different. And we have 5 cats now, because I had 3 cats and Kristen had 2 cats, and we have 5 cats.
5 cats in how big of an apartment?
It's pretty big. The best thing about this place is it's the space and the location.
How many bedrooms?
4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I thought you were joking. That's
no.
Spacious. That actually fits the number of cats you have fits my theoretical cat rule, which is you're allowed the number of cats per bedroom plus 1.
Which is it's also nice because Kirsten gets an office. I get the music room and also a separate room for my tools, so I'm not constantly cleaning sawdust out of my computer.
That does sound quite nice. That's awesome. That sounds like so. It's like a much nicer place than your previous place.
Well, yeah.
You did share a picture, I think, of some of the craftsmanship.
Yeah. Like craftsmanship, like there's a reason that this is a 4-bedroom place that I can afford to live in. But it's like I like it a lot. It's a little rough here and there, but it's really
like that's the whole
really good
point
space, really nice.
It's like what you can live with. You're like, I can live with the faults.
And this is just bonuses. Like we're still renting, so it's not like we're stuck with this.
Exactly, But I mean, for the time being, it's an upgrade, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. And literally, like across the street, there's 1 layer of houses, but I can literally see the lake directly behind those houses. Oh, it's sweet. Insanely close. Yeah.
Yeah. So you moved into the Atwood area or Willie Street area?
Yeah, Willie Street area, because we're pretty close to like downtown. Still, we're not really on the Atwood end of things.
Got it. Yeah. So I live the Monona area, so much closer than your old place.
Yeah, I could probably swim across the lake to get to you.
I wouldn't. Get blue-green algae poisoning or whatever's going on.
Get out of there! It's a bloom.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's good old global warming and farmers dumping tons of nitrogen into the water. Nitrates or whatever runoff. It is that causes the bacteria to bloom.
Mm-hmm. It's both. It's like
it's a lot. It's all
from my fish tank days. It's the ammonia, like shit breaks down into ammonia and either nitrates or nitrites, and then the nitrates break down farther to the nitrites, or possibly the other way around. So it's basically just like a shitload of fertilizer and manure runoff that causes it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Madison beaches warning. Lots and lots of them are closed.
We also have something else in the lakes, like pollution wise, because there's charts of like, if you catch this fish, you can only eat this many.
That's always good.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is, but there's some like, don't eat too much fish from this lake.
So is it PFAS then? The forever chemical?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's PFAS, which is PFAS is what's it? It's I should know this. I used to be a chemist.
Yeah. Now you just cook meth.
No, I don't cook meth. I cook food now. Polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS. So they are PFAS.
I like to be slow.
Used in industrial things, particularly used at least around here at the airport because there's a military base there, and they use it as a firefighting
Okay.
thing.
And that's the thing that's in the fish.
Firefighting foam runoff. It's also in cleaning products, waterproof apparel, stain treatment, so like something to treat stains and stuff. So it's in all sorts of consumer things, but particularly in Madison, it's from fire retardant foams from the airport.
So they don't want you to eat too many fish because it'll make you fireproof, and they don't want you to have that power.
True. They don't want you to be fireproof. That's how they get you. So anyway, cool. I'm glad you live in a place. So the cat's getting along. I know that can be trouble.
So like my three cats, that's my television show, I guess.
My three cats.
When I moved to my parents' house for that 2-week like gap between leases, like getting to new territory, I guess completely reset all of their like social structure. So they're like getting along better than ever. And then when I moved back here, combining the Kirsten's 2 cats with my 3 cats, it's been a little like slower, but nobody is like fighting or anything. They're just kind of wary of each other. Some hissing and spitting.
But
no claws or blood.
I was about to say they're not actively fighting, so that's the good.
Mm-mm. And luckily there's enough space that they can pretty easily avoid each other. The only problem is when we go to bed and everybody wants to be in the bed, so there's a like turf war of who gets to be the bed cats.
Oh, that's amazing. That's kind of funny because that's why the bedroom rule exists, for just to give cats their space. Because like if it's like each cat has their own bedroom, they got a place where they can get away from all the other cats, and that helps them get along better because they're able to get time away from everyone else if they get overwhelmed. But yeah, the bed's going to be trouble. But is there any tactics? Who wins?
Whoever gets there first.
And then the others just don't want to engage.
Since they're not really confrontational, usually whoever gets there first will just camp out. And if the other group gets there and sees that one of the cats they don't like is there, they'll just like growl and like back away.
You win this round.
It's like you can all hang out here. You just have to not be dicks.
Yeah, no,
that'd be better for everyone. Okay, well, hey, keep showing the libs, I guess.
Which one of your cats vapes?
Which one of my cats would vape?
I always like to
Mickey,
think about this.
One of the new ones. Mickey would vape.
Mickey, he would vape.
Yeah, he's an oldest child who is now no longer the oldest child, and he's got a lot of angst about like finding his new place in this social structure. And I think he would vape and listen to a lot of like really edgy music.
Nice. I don't know. Out of all my pets, I don't think any of them would vape. They're all kind of dumbasses. They're not. None of them are like edgy.
TJ, which one of your kids is gonna vape?
They're already vaping. You don't even know about it.
Yeah. It's going to be an all or none sort of situation. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Juuling. Are your kids juuling?
Yeah, where are we at? Are kids even still vaping anymore, or is that like?
Is vaping not cool anymore?
No, they're dying. It's fine.
It's like a boomer thing to say.
Is that like a TikTok? Is there like a TikTok vaping challenge? That'll get them back in.
Yeah, I mean, you have to open the vape cartridge and lick it, and then put it back on the shelf.
We need to go back to the old school YouTube dangerous competitions, like the gallon challenge.
They're kind of doing that with the TikTok. Was it milk crate challenge?
What's that?
You don't know the milk crate challenge?
No, I don't.
I'm guessing I'm gonna guess that you stack milk crates as high as you can and climb it, and then break your fucking neck.
Yep. You got it.
Okay. Okay.
Just like, let's build up a big thing of milk crates and try and stand on it.
Is it just like a single column, I guess?
I don't know. I haven't seen any TikToks of this because, like I said earlier, I solve TikTok and my feed is literally just like baby goats and cats and dogs, and then like people cooking weird 50s recipes.
You got to get on that old time hockey train.
I think I follow 5 accounts
on TikTok.
I follow 5 accounts. It's Mercury. It's whatever the name of that laundry lesbian is. The one guy who was
love laundry lesbian.
The one guy who was trying to guess paint colors based on the colors going in the mix. And then 2 College Humor things. But that's it. That's my entire TikTok.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm watching some Milk Crate Challenge videos, and it's literally build your...
Did somebody just die, John?
Yeah, they just ate it. I don't know. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
Not yet, but if you share
I'm gonna go live, and then we can just live react. You can't see this in the video, but this is the Milk Crate Challenge. I love the quote here on this. It is people are doing this like they have the best health insurance, and so it looks to be you just stacking up milk crates into like a stairs, and how many high you can get the stairs, and you'll see.
Okay, this is getting ow!
He just like completely nails his back. Yeah, he's wearing a mask though.
Yeah, like you forget when you fall, you're falling on milk crates.
Hard ass milk crates. I paused it on this moment of his back breaking. Oh shit. Yeah, so I guess that's the thing. Oh. Yep, here we go.
Go.
He just landed head first. I love this. Man, TikTok's great because it's just people fucking just biting it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that the first time. He face planted.
One more time. He's running up the stairs, gets to the top, and then like tries to jump. And it's because it's milk crates, not tied down or anything. They just all shoot backwards, and he falls straight onto his face. Here's another.
I don't know if I like this or if it hurts me. I think both.
This isn't a very tall tower. So I guess the idea is milk crates inherently are extremely unstable, and so you just really are gonna fall.
Because usually, if they're stacked up high, they're full of milk. You know, they're weighted down.
Oh. I mean, this podcast is just me laughing and people.
Where are people getting this many milk crates?
That's what I said. I said people are just stealing milk crates. Okay, I'm watching a Twitter video of somebody videotaping a clip off of what appears. This isn't TikTok, is this interface? This is the TikTok interface. This is a TikTok. Yeah, it's a TikTok.
Yeah, that's TikTok.
Oh my god!
I know
this man is as big as
what's
I
up?
am. Oh, he's in trouble. He's just. I'm gonna pause this. It's just a man, a very large man. I gotta say, at least 300 pounds here. And there's a cannabis sign behind him, billboard.
Yeah.
Which I love. How many high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 milk crates stacked on top of each other high. And he has just been like for the last 10 seconds just wobbling, trying to not fall. And I have a feeling he's going to fall what appears to be at least 8 or 9 feet, if not more. Right?
Now, is your feeling from the fact that the tweet that surrounds this says this is by far the worst milk crate challenge fall I've seen by far?
Well, it could be worst, and that it's not that bad of a fall.
He accidentally falls upward.
Fall. Yeah, he's okay. This is only... He's continuing to wobble, and he steps, and that wasn't the worst I've ever seen, but he certainly lands on his face after trying to get down. So yeah, I would say if you want a good laugh, I'll put this link up under what. If
you're sick of watching skateboarders get hurt,
is it Vines?
Watch this.
Yeah, we have a Vines channel that I guess is going to be Vines and TikToks, but the Milk Crate Challenge, I would heavily recommend checking that one out because laughs are free, and watching young people. This guy is doing the Milk Crate Challenge while rolling a blunt.
Yeah.
So I guess the challenge is trying to go up and down the pyramid of milk crates.
Yeah.
And you need to be, it looks like 7 or 8 high is impressive. I guess you go as high as you want. higher it is, the more impressive it is.
Yeah, and
this has
the
9
capstone
million
should be a
views.
red one. It's got to stick out like a beacon.
Anyway, so you've moved. People are hurting themselves on milk crates. Did I ever talk about my bronchoscopy? I think I did, right?
The dinosaur you have?
When I had my lungs looked at by the doctors.
No. I think at one point you mentioned you were coughing up blood, and I was like, that seems bad.
Yeah, they wanted to figure out where it was coming from.
Was it coming from your lungs?
No.
That was my guess.
Nope. The lungs are fine. Well, they thought that I had some nodules in my lungs when they did a CT scan. But then when they actually did the bronchoscopy is where they shove a camera down your throat into your lungs. It's the worst thing ever. Because so they make you, I'll just do the whole thing. Let's get through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had talked about this, but
yeah,
I guess it
just
was so
edit
long
in the
ago,
house theme here.
So I went to get so I had been coughing up blood off and on, really bad, like large amounts last about a year ago from now, and then now off and on every month or so a little bit. And I was like, well, what the fuck is this? And then I did in March or like something of this year, I did a CT scan. They didn't find anything, but of course you can't see everything from a CT scan. And they were like, if you cough up blood again, let us know. And it didn't for a while. And then it did every once in a while, just a little bit here and there. And I was like, this is fucking annoying. And probably could be something really bad. So I was like, all right, well, let's do the bronchoscopy. So I went to a specialist. They're like, let's do a bronchoscopy. Let's stick a tube down your throat. Which is not fun.
Well, good thing they didn't go the other way.
Yeah,
that's far.
That's a long way to travel, going the other way. But so you get in, and they're like, okay, so they got to numb you up because you got a gag reflex, and I have found out that I have an extremely sensitive gag reflex because I was not having a good time when they were doing it. So they give you like lidocaine, like. They don't really do injections. So I don't know if you've ever had like a tooth worked on. They'll do like a little lidocaine injection on the gums, and they put a little like numbing pad in there, and then they inject it, and then it's like you can't feel your face. Imagine that, but instead of your face, it's your entire throat. They do that. So they gave me this lidocaine cup that is the consistency of like chocolate pudding. It's clear, but it's like that thick thing, and they're like, gargle this. And I couldn't very well because it's very thick and it caused me to gag a whole bunch.
Yeah, I would not be able to handle that.
It sucked.
I don't like Jell-O.
And then the worst part about that is that they start doing that, and then they give you IV fentanyl and something else, whatever, just to like sedate you, basically. Kind of like what you get when you go
get you high.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like when they sedate you to like get wisdom teeth taken out, where you're kind of conscious but kind of under, and you don't really remember all of it.
like twilight sleep.
Exactly, and that's kind of what happened to me. I felt like I was awake for the whole thing, but I definitely wasn't, because when I had the report afterwards, I talked about all the shit they did, and I was like, I don't remember any of that shit. So I was in and out, and they were like, all right, we're done. And it seemed like it was really short, but it was actually only about like, I think 15 minutes they said they were in, but it certainly felt like 2 minutes to me. So really quick. They did a lavage, which are they like spray liquid in your lungs and then collect the drippings, see if there's any goop that's good or bad.
You can make barbecue sauce with that.
So yeah, so they do the like gargle thing. The worst part about that is that trying to like breathe when you can't feel your throat is really uncomfortable and weird. And I kept like feeling like I wasn't breathing because you didn't feel like the breath coming in and out. And I was just really kind of like very not liking it.
That's weird.
Oh, and then they put some up your nose as well. Like I had to snort some or something, and then like they sprayed, and then they had it trickle back down. So it was like so like the upper nasal passages were all completely numb as well. So it was just like the lungs are moving, but there's no sensation. It felt really weird. But they tried to go up through my nose. The guy was like, we can either go down through your mouth or through your nose. And he was like, I have to go through the nose. It's a little bit easier. Wasn't easy. They couldn't go through my nose. Caused a lot of bleeding. We'll get back to that later. So they went into my throat.
I think I solved your medical mystery.
Yes. So they went back down the throat, into the lungs, and he looked at the spot where there was like a calcified nodule, non-cancerous or anything. It just, they happen when you get like an infection, and it just makes like a big lump of your cells around like where you had like an infection, and it just makes a little thing. And he thought that that nodule was close to the airway, and it was just like bulging out. So when it passed it would just like irritate it and maybe cause it to bleed. Didn't see it at all. So it was like, all right, that's not there. So I looked at my lungs. There was like a cloudy spot they looked at. There was another nodule. That was fine. The cloudy spot. Turns out I had histoplasmosis infection at some point, and I still tested antibodies for it. So it was not active, but recently happened, which may have been why I was having breathing problems a bit, because I guess histoplasmosis.
And what is that?
It's a dirt fungus that gets in your lungs. It just happens. I
assume somehow some kind of like parasite thing, like toxoplasmosis, but
yeah, it's like that, but it's from dirt instead of cat poop. And it can cause breathing problems, bleeding, whatever. So he said that might have been contributing to it. Who knows? But I was not currently infected and healed from it. There was just evidence of past infection. Didn't find any abnormal cells or anything, so everything was fine. What he did say was, your nasal passages are extremely inflamed and very narrow, and very clearly the source of the bleeding that's happening. So I think that it has been solved, that my nose, that I've been having deep upper sinus nosebleeds that have been dripping back down to my throat while I sleep. Which is causing.
Did they do anything for it?
So I've got this.
Okay.
Oh, it's sparkling off the thing. You get saline mist nasal spray that I shoot up my nose before bed to like help irrigate it and like moisten my nasal passages. As well as he said I probably should just take the antihistamine nasal sprays for a while, outside of allergies, because that'll help the irritation and redness go down. But they said that's probably the cause. I mean, they didn't look at that, but there wasn't anything wrong with my lungs that they could see. So he said,
because I had some like real closed up sinuses a while ago, and they actually went in and cut like nodules and stuff out.
Yeah, he said that if I have problems, maybe they could look into that. But I don't have any. I don't feel like I have any breathing problems, and I have a CPAP for sleeping at night, so that is fine. So he said, just keep an eye on it, and if you ever have any small amounts of blood, that's probably your nasal passages are just irritated. And if you get large amounts or a concern, come back. But I think that's what it is. So that's what I learned. My
Come get your sinuses cauterized.
Yeah, my nose sucks. So maybe that's something I'll have to deal with in the future. But I'm glad that I got to spend like $3,000 to figure that out. So
yeah. So when John shows up one day with a rhinoplasty, it's because of his health, everybody.
Yeah. Yep. It's because these bitches are too narrow. It's actually just one. One side's pretty open. The other side is like really narrow. So I guess I just my nose sucks.
You got a deviated septum?
I got a shitty nose.
I
do sneeze all the time. I feel like I just have really sensitive nasal passages, so maybe
you're a sled dog. Have you checked if you're a sled dog?
The best part is I get to do this. Here, I'm gonna do it on camera. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. I like to pretend I'm doing cocaine. Spray my nasal mist. But the nice part is this is not prescription, and it's cheap as shit at Walgreens. And I haven't noticed any bloody noses or anything, but I guess it's happening
I've tried some of those like saline things too.
Yeah.
If you're just like constantly having dry, cracking sinuses and stuff, it's good.
So that's my whole solution to my whole problem, which is good. It isn't anything terrible for me. It's just that. Guys, do you want to do an Am I the Asshole?
What the fuck are you assholes doing?
Yeah.
You don't have it. Okay, I got a couple of. I actually have 3 of them picked out, but I'm gonna go with. Oh, excuse me. I have 2 candidates. I have 3 candidates. One I'm not going to do. I'll tant maybe for next week. Am I the asshole for putting a Ziploc bag of my roommate's poop on his bed when he pooped in the bidet? Not going to talk about that one because it's really long, and I feel like we'd have a pretty big discussion about that one.
Yeah,
because we're getting late here.
Yeah,
I've got
a lot of context. Like, was he just confused, or
exactly?
Is he a repeat offender?
Too much. So I've got. Am I the asshole for being uncomfortable with my girlfriend being naked around her dog? Or am I the asshole for not wanting my fiance's grandmother at our wedding?
I'm gonna say the first one because the answer seems obvious, and I'm hoping that there's more twists and turns in the story.
Okay. Yeah, I do want to do this grandmother on other because he's 100% the asshole on that one. Because it's literally, I don't want my fucking fiance's 98-year-old grandmother at her wedding because she's going to be a real downer. It's like, dude, it's a fucking whole point of a wedding is the family. You just want some fun. Anyway, we'll get to that.
It's like the Fast and the Furious movies. It's all about
you know what?
family.
Well, let's do both because I've already talked about this one. It's literally like 2 paragraphs.
Okay.
My fiance and I, 30M, 28F, getting married next month. Everything's going great. But we had a serious argument about having his grandmother. Oh, so this is the lady. His grandmother at our wedding. This is Bridezilla, huh? Bridezilla.
Yeah. Gonna fight.
Okay, here we go.
Groomthra.
Here we go. So this is the thing. We've agreed not to have kids allowed at our wedding, as we want the reception to be a huge party for our young adult friends and family with dancing, loud music, and an open bar. However, for precisely the same reasons that we don't want kids there, I don't want his elderly grandmother at our wedding either. I said she can come to the ceremony, but not the reception. We'll be extremely loud, and I want it to be a party atmosphere, which means no olds, please.
No olds barred. Wait,
and
all olds are barred.
And she'll be extremely out of place. For context, none of my grandparents are still alive, and he still has his last living grandmother. So my grandparents can't make it, you can't. This has caused a huge fight. She said, since she said she has always dreamed about being at her grandson's wedding. He's her oldest grandchild and probably won't make it to the next one because she's fucking 98, which is why I said that she's more than welcome at the ceremony, but she'll be too out of place at the reception. She and he both insist that she will be fine and wants to go to the party. I just know it'll inevitably lead to us dealing with her and taking care of her, and I just want to get drunk and let loose with my friends. She's now really upset and won't talk to me, and my fiance is also angry. I think I'm within my rights to make this request. I am the bride after all. Am I the asshole? What do you think?
Yeah. Dude, she's like 98. How late do you think she's going to stay out? You could just wait this out.
Honestly, the 98-year-old grandmas are usually the life of the party anyway. She'll get hammered with the best of them. And regardless of that, fuck you.
Yeah.
Or, you know?
Yeah, it's weird to be like...
There's no follow-up.
You're not invited.
They closed it.
Yeah, of course.
Because everyone just started calling. They said maybe they should just kill the grandmother. Oh, this is Jane Lynch. Wow. The Jane Lynch has commented maybe she should just kill his grandmother, which I like. Because, I mean, that's basically...
That seems fair, yeah.
Like, yeah, you're the asshole. Like... A wedding is supposed to be about the couple, and you're allowed to do things your way because it's your wedding, you're paying for it. But there's a certain level of acceptance that you're going to have around your family. Like,
well, it's the fact that they disagree. Like, if they were both like, no olds, no, none of them.
Yeah,
that's not a problem. The problem is that, the problem is that you're sticking with this despite the fact that your fiance is really not into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe you should have been like, you know what? It'll be fine because you got to make compromises when you're in a marriage. And that's kind of the number one thing that I think she's not learning. And somebody points out is an extremely large red flag if this is already a big problem. And it does not seem like to most people a big problem because like you said, she's going to be like, I'm assuming a relative is going to be with her because she's 98. and they're going to be like, let's have cake, do the first cake, here's the first dance, here's the mother-daughter dance. Okay, let's go back to the home, because
unless if she's
that's
rushing,
how it happens.
then she'll stay out all night.
But maybe she's a cool party grandma. Who knows? You know what?
Party babushka.
Like, I think that's incredible. Like, because, like, I mean, having had my own wedding, been to many weddings, like the food and cake part of the reception is all before the raging alcohol party part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I really
most of my elderly family had left by the time it was just us people still around dancing and drinking. You know,
and I really appreciate you at 9:00 yelling for all of the olds to get the fuck out and firing warning shots into the air. It really sped up the process.
And then you left, man. You were one of the olds.
I did.
You did ask me, and I did say it was okay.
I
understood.
Am I
you had done your
those?
duties. No, you just had like no sleep or something. And you're like,
yeah, I do remember that.
Like,
it was.
That's fine.
It was a long day.
Well, you're in the photos. That was the important part.
Oh yeah, because it started. I was still working the farmers market, so I woke up at like 4 a.m.
Well, yeah, and then you had to come out early and all that because you were one of the groomsmen and you had to take photos. Yeah, it was a long day.
Why'd you make me do that, John?
Why'd you? I don't have any other friends except for TJ, but TJ has family and is too far away, so it's okay.
For now,
I understand.
And I am an old.
And you are an old.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, definitely an asshole. But let's talk about the dog. Because I want to hear more about this one.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is she a rapping granny?
If she was a rapping granny, you really missed out.
You really fucked up.
You'd be doing the fucking like speeches or whatever, and she'd come up and be like, just drop some rhymes.
Yeah.
You missed it. All right, here we go. My 33M girlfriend 30 hates clothes.
All right, good start. Strong start.
To the point where she has actively researched nudist colonies, and if it wasn't for having to occasionally go into the office, she would have moved there long before she met me. So she's always naked around the house, which for me is hella nice. She's got a rockin' bod.
We're editorializing. Fuck. Cut this out, John. I don't know how to talk.
Edit point. The issue is her 2-year-old dog. The dog is a super cute and fluffy Great Pyrenees. Judy is part Pyrenees. Very well trained. 10 out of 10 a good girl. My GF was there when her friend brought the heavily pregnant mom home from the pound, was there at the birth and fell in love immediately. She sees the dog as the closest thing she'll ever had to a kid due to some medical issues. So this is their fur baby. However, my girlfriend is always naked at home, playing with the dog, naked, cuddling on the couch, naked. She keeps a slip dress by the door for walks, but otherwise naked. This is crazy. Like I'm a very much person who, when I'm at home alone, I am in underwear only. Sometimes t-shirt, sometimes not. You know,
I had to put on a shirt for this stupid podcast.
But to be fair, she is a lady, and the only reason I probably am wearing underwear is because when you're a guy, you just got that shit flopping around everywhere if you don't have underwear on, and it's annoying.
And with a dog, it always feels like I'm baiting something.
It's dangerous.
You both have cats. That's even worse.
I guess, think.
Yeah.
Hats?
Cats. Like, I'll just start batting at it.
Circumcision. Cats.
Yeah.
Yes, a cat could be bad.
My cats are uncircumcised, by the way.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I could see that being weird. You know, like she's like cuddling up naked with her dog on the couch. I guess.
I don't know. I will say that, like, if I'm cuddling with my pets, I need to at least have something on my bottom half, or it gets weird. I feel weird about it.
I mean, yeah, I do. I never feel weird being naked around my dog because she's a dog, so she just wants to be with you, and I'll be changing. And I'm like, well, it's a fucking dog. Like,
yeah.
but I'm not like playing fetch or rolling around on the ground nude with my dog, wrestling with her, which is what she likes to do. But anyway, and that's weird, right? I tried to be subtle, but finally the other day I sat down with her and pointed out that yes, she's trained the dog not to sniff human butts, but it's like something out of an illegal adult movie to see her naked with the animal all the time. This is this guy's hang up. Straight up. Like,
chill out, dude.
Then she got pissed. Asked me to leave. I tried to talk some sense into her, but she wasn't listening to it. I finally left her house. So you had this rockin' bod chick who's naked in front of you all the time.
Yeah.
Has an awesome sounding dog, and you're like, let me fuck this shit up. Yeah. That's what you thought.
I'm gonna accuse you of fucking your dog, basically.
Exactly. She wasn't listening to it. Finally left her house and once got back into my apartment and tried texting one of her friends, but she blew up at me saying I was an ass. My girlfriend is now radio silence. Am I the asshole here?
Yep. Yeah.
Edit. Wow. I stepped away to make dinner. This blew up. To answer questions, no, I'm not a troll. I'm not jealous of the female dog, the real female dog. I know my GF isn't doing anything, but it's still weird. I do see being naked as sexual. Since the only times I'm fully naked are when I'm showering or while having sex. I expect my girlfriend doesn't feel the same way, but I'll get up to use the bathroom or something and come back. The dog on my spot on the couch asleep with her head on my girlfriend's naked thigh. Is that just weird? How is it not? I understand that it's weird and you could talk to her about it, but it does sound like you probably talked about it in a very bad way.
Yeah, and it's also like, this is your hang up. This isn't like a problem with her.
The number one upvoted, 21,000 upvotes, is you're the asshole. You basically are accusing your girlfriend of having sex with her dog. How are you not in the wrong? Because that's literally it. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And if she's like to the point where she's like looking up nudist colonies and stuff, then yeah, it is very much not a sexual thing. It is just
so guess what?
I like to be naked.
Maybe you two aren't compatible in it's cool that she's rocking by naked all the time, but then I don't like this, one thing about it. It's like, well, this is what you are with. You get to choose it or not. Get with it or not.
Be okay with it or be away with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they always say.
Doggy style?
Her and the dog, or her and him?
No, them together. Also, the dog is naked as well, and the protagonist seems to, or the OP has no problem. The OP has no problem with that the dog is naked all the time.
And it also seemed like he wasn't concerned that they were doing anything because the dog is also female, which I think is too heteronormative, and we need more representation.
Actually, I gotta say he is pretty progressive for thinking that there's some lesbian dog action happening. Anyway, maybe we could enter with that. But does anyone else have anything before we end?
No, I don't think we can beat lesbian dog action.
Oh, there's
which
the
is
episode
basically
title.
Like all of Madison. Lots of lesbians with dogs in this neighborhood.
Oh man,
we showed up and people kept bringing their dogs over because they were all walking it. And then also this lady across the street was like, my CSA showed up and I'm going out of town. Would you like some vegetables? And I was just like, yep, this is Madison. This is very Madison.
Especially the Willie Street area. It's like super cool. Like the Willie Street and, the Atwood area as well. Cause I know, cause Lauren's relatives live there as well, is just super like very chill and like cool from what I've seen.
It's a very nice neighborhood. I've never been in a neighborhood that like was this neighborly.
Yeah. My neighborhood's like that, I feel. Like, I know all of my neighbors and talk to them, and our dogs chase each other around and have a good time. So, Anyway, get vaccinated because it's going to be mandated soon now that the Pfizer has full FDA approval.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Now I have to get my fake vaccine card.
My Chinese vaccine card.
Oh, I also didn't mention that I had massive food poisoning the other day, which is great when I'm trying to move stuff.
Oh, yeah. Great. Perfect timing. Right when you're busy.
It was just one of those, came out of nowhere, and I'm pretty sure if I was living in Pioneer times, I would be dead.
Was that the CSA vegetables, do you think?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was It had to be either hummus, sugar snap peas, or somehow my probiotic went bad. I don't think that's possible, though.
I don't think it would cause that.
So my guess is the produce, because vegetables are bad, and they're always covered in shit.
I would say 100% it's probably the peas.
Yeah.
Just because.
So I don't know if we're still doing a podcast or we're just talking here now, but.
Oh, we don't have the music because your computer isn't set up fully yet. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't reach my recorder to play it.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Born in the 80s.net.
Yeah. Bye.